Breaking news, folks. The day millions of Americans have been waiting for is finally here. In a shocking turn of events, President Trump's executive orders have cleared the way for a huge $3.1 billion stimulus package directly addressing SSI, SSDI, and VA benefits recipients. Save the date, March 15th, because that is when these vital payments are set to land in bank accounts across the country. This is a game changer for countless people who are having trouble keeping up with increasing expenses while surviving on fixed benefits. If you have been looking for financial relief, this update could be the ray of hope you have been waiting for. Before we get to the key facts, let me ask you, are you among the millions of Americans who have been experiencing the pinch of inflation? Have you increasingly struggled to make your monthly checks go as far as they used to, just to pay for food, housing, and doctor visits? If so, you're not alone. That's why it's so important to stay up on financial assistance programs like this one. And if you get any value from this breaking news coverage, please click that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a critical update on stimulus checks, benefit increases, and money news that has a direct effect on your wallet. Now, let's cut to the question that's probably nagging at your brain. Who actually is eligible for these new stimulus checks, and what do you have to do to make sure you get paid? The bright side is that this newest stimulus round of stimulus checks is crafted to offer some relief to among our most susceptible citizens, namely those with Social Security Supplemental Income, SSI, Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, and Veterans Affairs benefits. This historic effort is part of a larger government initiative to meet the persistent economic struggles of Americans living on fixed incomes, and it comes at a critical time as inflation continues to chip away at the purchasing power of vital benefits. So how is this $3.1 billion stimulus package different from others? Unlike past rounds of stimulus, which came in a fixed amount per recipient, this package is more personalized. Payments will be between $800 and $1,400 per eligible recipient, depending on your current benefit status and the size of your household. For SSI recipients, this might be a big injection into your monthly budget, maybe even enabling you to pay overdue bills or even begin a small emergency fund. SSDI recipients and VA recipients will see the same relief, with special consideration for those who have a service-connected disability rating. But in contrast to some of the earlier stimulus packages, this one includes certain requirements and possible to-do items for recipients. Although the majority of qualified beneficiaries will automatically receive their payments, some cases will need people to verify or update their information to ensure they don't miss out. That's why it's crucial to verify and update your direct deposit information with the Social Security Administration or the VA if you've just moved or changed banks. With March 15th quickly approaching, any stale information might cause a delay in you receiving your payment. Some of you have inquired about income thresholds and qualifications. The key objective of this package is to offer support to those who need it most. That's why these payments are directed towards people on SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits who are below established income levels. For single filers, that is $75,000 a year, and for married couples filing jointly, the combined income needs to be less than $150,000. By making these payments directly to individuals who depend on fixed benefits, the government is trying to achieve maximum impact with this relief effort. Outside the dollars, the delivery of these payments represents a fundamental change in how government aid is delivered. This action has generated debate regarding the utilization of executive power to offer economic relief. Yet clear is the fact that the emphasis is on assisting Americans to make ends meet amid hard times. Pumping $3.1 billion into the economy will also have a ripple effect, potentially stimulating local economies and encouraging spending in areas with high densities of recipients. Another important piece of information you should be aware of is that these funds are exempt from tax by the IRS. That is, you will not have to claim them on your tax returns, nor will they disqualify you from other programs of assistance. For SSI recipients especially, this is particularly important, as they have to be mindful of their resources lest they exceed the asset limits. Several of you have also been asking if taking these payments will affect your existing benefits. Don't worry, these economic impact payments will not be considered income or resources when determining eligibility for programs like SSI, SSDI, Medicare, Medicaid, and other vital services. This way, you can receive the money without worrying about losing important benefits that you depend on. The date of March 15th was chosen as the date for distribution to provide adequate system updates and confirmation of eligible recipients. Payments will be rolled out in waves, with direct deposit recipients receiving their payments first, followed by paper checks and EIP cards. If your payment does not show up on March 15th, don't worry. It can take a few extra days for all funds to be released. For those who have a guardian or representative managing their benefits, it is important to know that these payments will be sent to the same account or address where the recipient normally receives their benefits, and it is essential that these funds be managed in the best interest of the beneficiary. A recurring question we've received in previous updates concerns retroactive payments. While this stimulus is intended to provide instant relief, it will not be applied retroactively. Rather, it will counteract existing and future costs, bringing much-needed financial security for those who benefit most. This might be particularly important for families with more than one benefit recipient. For instance, households where both parents have SSDI and a child has SSI might receive multiple payments, providing significant financial relief. It's also notable that these payments arrive when many Americans are already navigating the 2024 cost of living adjustment. While the COLA increase was supposed to assist recipients in keeping current with inflation, it hasn't completely kept up with growing expenses, especially in regards to housing, healthcare, and food. This stimulus might provide much-needed relief to pay for these necessities. In addition, these payments will be made irrespective of disability rating or pension. Veterans who are disabled compensation, pension, or survivor benefits recipients will also be covered by this program. The VA will make payments using the information that they already have on hand, and eligible recipients will not be delayed in receiving their payments. Ahead, it is difficult to forecast future stimulus steps, but this latest round definitely recognizes the continued financial hardship of recipients of benefits. It also hints at more help in the future, as economic conditions are likely to keep changing. For new beneficiaries or those who just became eligible, eligibility for this payment will be based on your benefit status as of a particular qualifying date. That date will be published shortly. If you started getting benefits after the date, you might need to do extra steps to receive your payment. Aside from personal advantages, this stimulus payment program has also prompted neighborhood community groups and social service centers to organize support programs. They will assist beneficiaries in comprehending and utilizing their funds properly, providing priceless material for those struggling. Having an elementary financial strategy in hand is always a good idea. Although a payment in the range of $800 to $1,400 might not be life-altering, it can allow you to pay overdue bills, buy things you have been putting off, or begin a small emergency fund. If you feel you qualify but do not see your payment by the end of March, hotlines and internet-based support from the Social Security Administration and the VA will be in place to assist with any problems. With that said, it is suggested that at least 2 weeks pass since the payment was initially set to go out before inquiries are made, as the payments will be disbursed in phases. With the delivery date approaching, it is also important to remain vigilant against scams. Keep in mind that the Social Security Administration and the VA will never call, email, or text you requesting personal information or payment to have your stimulus payment processed. If someone calls you asking for such a request, it is likely to be a scam. These stimulus checks are a critical measure in confronting economic disparity and helping Americans on fixed incomes. Although they bring immediate economic aid, they also serve to raise the issue of need for long-term measures to create a secure standard of living in the face of increasing expenses. Keep watching for more information and keep interacting with this channel by liking, subscribing, and commenting with questions. Together, we can steer through these economic difficulties and capitalize on the help on offer.